Good morning, everybody. This is part 2 of your literacy lesson for today. You should have already watched spelling, and this is going to be a little well-ordered language. We're starting a brand new unit on prepositions and prepositional phrases altogether. So it is a little bit of a longer lesson, especially since lately we've just been doing quick review, not even during our live time, of pronouns. But we're finally getting into something new, prepositional phrases. Okay, so I'm going to be doing some reading and work along with your well-ordered language workbook. If you would take that out and follow along with me, that would be best. So pages 61 through about 67 are the introduction. So in book 1B, please turn to page 61. Okay, prepositional phrases. Got the picture over here of some people picking apples. Right, now it says, imagine that plump apples hanging on tree branches are in an orchard. If you could picture one tree from that orchard, thoughts of dozens of reddish green apples clustering all over its leafy boughs might come to mind. Think about all that luscious and very delicious fruit clinging to the branches. How is it attached to the tree? Each apple is connected to the tree by a slender stem, but if you take away that stem, the apple falls to the ground with a thud. It is interesting to think that such a little twig right there connecting the apple to the tree could be so important, but without those itty bitty stems, the tree would be fruitless. Now it says, imagine that a sentence is like this fruit tree or apple tree. You know about a lot of parts of a sentence. We've done 8 parts of speech: nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs, prepositions, pronouns, conjunctions, interjections. Prepositions is one of them that we haven't learned yet. Now, a preposition connects a noun or pronoun to another word in the sentence. So it's like this little stem connecting the apple to the tree branch. This little stem is a little connector. You can imagine the preposition as that important little stem that connects it. So prepositions are these ones listed on page 62 of your book. Sorry, I'm having a hard time focusing it. On page 62, we've got a whole list of these connector words. It connects a noun to the rest of the sentence. And depending on which one you choose, it'll be a little different, just like with helping verbs. Could be up the tree versus throughout the book, or over the log, down the slide. Each of these has a different meaning, and it always connects a noun to the rest of the sentence. We've got a whole song dedicated to these prepositions, just like the helping verb song. These will be ones that you memorize, just like the helping verbs. And you'll realize that it's memorized in no time at all. Now it says, first of all, over here in Latin, the word preposition is preponere, coming from that same pre that we saw in Latin earlier, which literally means put before. Pre means before, and ponere means to put, set, or place. Okay, so continuing on with page 62, it says, a preposition is a word placed before, key that it's before a noun or pronoun. And that noun or pronoun is called the object of the preposition. We've heard that word object with direct objects and object pronouns. This is an object of the preposition. Together they form what's called a prepositional phrase. The preposition connects its object to another word in the sentence, often the verb. The preposition shows the relationship between the two words. It might have to do with location, like Mom put the apple pie where? on the table. On the table tells us where, kind of like an adverb. It might have to do with time, though. We ate dessert when? During the movie. During the movie tells when we ate dessert. Notice there's that word movie and table. These are nouns connected to the rest of the sentence with these prepositions, on or during. It might have to do with manner. It says we smacked our lips. How? With delight. With delight is that prepositional phrase. However, the relationship is that whole phrase modifies the word to which it's connected, such as the verb put, ate, or smacked in our sentences. Okay, let's take a look at a little poem here now. It says, I will go up the mountain after the moon. Where will they go? Up the mountain. This whole thing together is a prepositional phrase. And we're going to put little parentheses around it. We'll do that as we analyze our sentences. You'll see soon. I will also go where? After the moon. She is caught in a dead fir tree. Where? In a dead fir tree. Like a great pale apple of silver and pearl. What kind of apple? It's of silver and pearl. Like a great pale apple is she. It says, I will leap and will clasp her with quick cold hands. Clasp her with what? Quick cold hands. It's talking about the moon. And carry her home in my sack. How will we carry her home? In my sack. I will set her down safe. Where? On the oaken bench. Altogether, on the oaken bench. That stands where? At the chimney back. And then I will sit by the fire all night and sit by the fire all day. I will gnaw at the moon to my heart's content till I gnaw her slowly away. We've got a lot of adverbial prepositional phrases telling how, when, or where any of these are happening. So we'll also be talking about common nouns and proper nouns in this chapter. Common nouns are ones that are like hands, sack. It's just a regular common noun. Proper nouns are ones like this. Moon is capitalized because it's talking about a specific, in that case, it's the specific moon of Earth. Okay, not to get too sidetracked with that though. We are going to be learning 4 new songs with this lesson, this unit. We've got a preposition song that tells us what a preposition is, what it does. Our whole list of prepositions, kind of like helping verbs. We'll just memorize the whole list. Then what is a phrase? We'll talk quite a bit about a prepositional phrase all together, like in this example. It's a whole group of words acting all together like an adverb. Winston paddled where? To the island. That whole grouping of words is acting like an adverb. And then we'll do object of the preposition, which is that noun at the end. This is a preposition. This is what's called an object of the preposition. It's the noun that's connected to the rest of the sentence through that preposition. And a preposition, once again, is like a connector word. Okay, here's the tune of our preposition song. A preposition, and you would say, a preposition is a part of speech, used to show the relationship between certain words in a sentence, and then we would repeat. Can you sing it with me? A preposition is a part of speech, used to show the relationship between certain words in a sentence. That's the preposition song. So it's used to show the relationship between certain words in a sentence. It's a connector, like an apple to a stem, to the branch. That connector. Okay, so prepositions are all of these ones we're about to sing through. This whole list of prepositions, words that are connecting a noun to the rest of the sentence. Okay, here is our preposition song. Aboard, about, above, across, after, against, along, among, around, preposition words. Before, behind, below, beneath, beside, between, beyond, at, by, preposition words. Down, during, except for, from, inside, in, into, near, preposition words. Of, off, on, out, outside, over, past, since, through, preposition words. Throughout, to, toward, under, up, until, upon, with, within, without, underneath. Preposition words, preposition words, preposition words. Okay, so those are the prepositions. For this one, I'll have us do it one more time with the song in the background. So I'm going to play this. I hope you'll be able to hear this through the video. Okay, I want you to try to sing along.
Aboard, about, above, across, after, against, along,
among, around, preposition words. Before, behind, below, beneath, beside, between, beyond, at, by, preposition words. Down, during, except for, from, inside, in, into, near, preposition words. Of, off, on, out, outside, over, past, since, through, preposition words. Throughout, to, toward, under, up, until, upon, with, within, without, underneath. Preposition words, preposition words, preposition words. Okay, that's our new preposition song where we learn all of the prepositions. And the more you know this, the quicker you'll be able to just spot a preposition like that in a sentence. Okay, let's also go on to the phrase jingle. Now, this phrase jingle tells us what a phrase is, this whole group of words. Let's listen to it and then I'll sing it for us once too. A phrase is a group of words behaving like one part of speech, not containing a subject or a predicate. And I don't know why it says repeat because they only sing it one time in that song, but we'll repeat all together. I like this little jazzy one. It says, a phrase is a group of words behaving like one part of speech, not containing a subject or a predicate. So there it is. It's a group of words behaving like one part of speech. And we're mainly going to see it as an adverb. And it does not contain a subject or predicate. So it's not the main part of the sentence. It's just adding on extra detail. Finally, last song, object of the preposition. This one's kind of a country western style one. We'll sing it a couple times as well. The object of the preposition, the object of the preposition is a noun. or pronoun after the preposition. The object of the preposition. The object of the preposition is a noun or pronoun after the preposition. There it is, pretty straightforward. The object of the preposition. It's a noun or pronoun after the preposition. Okay, let's take a look at a sentence with it, and we won't go through the whole analysis. We'll go over that tomorrow in our lesson, but we'll get started on at least just how a prepositional phrase looks in a sentence. So in this sentence, it says, Winston paddled to the island. We'll actually analyze the prepositional phrase first before we even do the subject and predicate. Because as you can see here with well-ordered language, the order of analysis is phrases, like prepositional phrases, clauses, we're not going to get to clauses yet. Principal elements, which are like subject and predicate, are those two parts. I'll put subject and predicate verb as a reminder. And then modifiers, which means adjectives and adverbs. So we actually analyzed the prepositional phrase first, and this is how we would mark it. We put parentheses around the whole phrase. Winston paddled to the island. This whole thing is a prepositional phrase. Starting with the preposition to, that's the connector word, remember, connecting the apple to the tree branch. The word to just connects that noun to the rest of the sentence. Winston paddled to the island. Island is a noun or pronoun. After the preposition, we call it an object of the preposition. We label prepositions as P and objects of the preposition as OP. One more part of the analysis is that or of our marking, is that we would put this whole phrase. Why didn't they do that? They should have done the line saying this whole phrase is an adverb, acting as an adverb connected to the predicate verb. Because that's what is happening here. To the island tells us where Winston paddled. So the whole thing is acting as an adverbial prepositional phrase. It's an adverb in the sentence as one phrase. We'll do this more on Thursday's lesson as we'll review these prepositions. Eventually you'll have these memorized. I challenge you to memorize them as quickly as possible. The song really helps with this. Remember, aboard, about, above, across, after, against, along, among, around. Use the song to help you with that. Really get it stuck in your head. So we'll do a little bit more Thursday and then more on Friday as well, which is our first day back to normal class. Okay, before I let you go, I want to review roots and poetry real quick. I will also see if there's some good resources for adverbs, not adverbs, prepositional phrases. And I'll put that as part of this assignment as well, if there's some good extra videos or websites to explain prepositional phrases as well. For roots, let's review what we have for the week. Can't find my roots book real quick right now, but I've got it right here though. Okay, so our Latin word for this week is iaccio. Do you remember what iaccio means? And think of an adjective. Throw, that's right. Iaccio, iactum. We had several derivatives from this. You should have done all those cards already. It's in Bright Thinker for you as well. We have eject, Like if you push an eject button on a CD player, a DVD player, something like that, what does it do? Eject means it's pushed out or thrown out. So throw out is what that word means. What about interject? You interject, and that's how we get actually interjection. But interject means that you are throwing between, basically. You are going right in between something to interrupt it, kind of. Interject. Now, object, or to object to something, means throw against. I object to it. I'm throwing it. I'm against it. So an objection goes with this. It's anything that's against a situation, an argument against a situation. So in court, somebody makes an objection. That means they are saying something against another situation. Then we have project. Pro means forward. Project means throw forward. So eject, throw out. Interject, between, throw between. Object is against. Same with objection, argument against something. Project means throw forward. Think of a projector. In a classroom, a projector throws something forward. If any of you are confused by that, that's a little eyeball that we're going to get to in science class later on in our unit on the human body. Projectile comes from it as well. It's a thing that's thrown forward, projectile. And reject means to throw back. Re means back or again. So reject, throw back. Okay, and our poem, let's end with that. Can you say Father William with me? Father William by Lewis Carroll. You are old, Father William, the young man said, and your hair has become very white, and yet you incessantly stand on your head. Do you think at your age it is right? In my youth, Father William replied to his son, I feared it might injure the brain, but now that I'm perfectly sure I have none, why, I do it again and again. You are old, said the youth, as I mentioned before, and have grown most uncommonly fat. Yet you turned a back somersault in at the door. Pray, what is the reason for that? In my youth, actually, I'll have to stop here. Somebody is in the other meeting. You can finish reviewing the poem on your own, and I will talk to you later. Bye.